We back on part 2. I had to get some more paper to write on. Pulled out my little money collection so I can show you guys some stuff. Because I'm really deep into this game. Okay, for one, let me let you know I'm a master. I've been doing it for a while. A lot of entities taught me telepathically. I done dealt with all kind of motherfuckers all over the cosmos. They done showed me things. And information and how to look at things. So I know how to decrypt symbols, pictures. I use mathematics as language. I know all the codes for a whole lot of shit. Like language, I read, etymology of words, break them down. I know what every little thing means. Every letter is a number. I put numbers together. I interact with different entities all over the place through different languages, and they've taught me how to interact with them. I even talk to the universe. The universe talks to me in different ways. The entity that we're in. So I'm not just no motherfucker here talking because you think because I'm black or how I sound or talk that I'm not, my credential. You can't listen to what I got to say or you can't learn anything from me, because that's the ignorant people that think like that. And most people out here, that's how they act. So anyways, part 2. We're going to start off by where I left off. I was telling you about the Anu and how I had tried to contact and figure out how can I get on. I'm tired of being at the bottom. People treat me like shit. I'm getting attacked all the time since I'm a little boy. I can't even drive down the street without getting pulled over with people make fake tickets up on me and stuff like that. And this fake ass system out here. So I've actually went in the universe searching hard and trying to get the knowledge. Now they gave me the knowledge about how all banking, world banking, and money all has to do with sacrificing and killing people for their organs to create these suns. That's where we're at, period. That's why when you go outside, take a picture of the sun, you're going to see 6 rays. It's in the box. That's just where we're at. We're in the box. We're in that. And that's why all the corporate logos, you're going to see an eye, an all-seeing eye, which means the sun, or you're going to see a box, a cube. You're going to see it all over the place. Okay? Because that's what they worship. They only live through the Christ, through the Son. Okay? Right here, I got $1 from 1934. See, it says 1934 right there. Okay? And then I read all the symbols. I see the snakes. Nagas right there at the top. See that snake in the middle? That's who controls all this stuff. They used to call it the Draconis. They call it different things. They look like the same snake nagas. And then you see the number 1. Okay? The number 1 is the 1 pineal gland. And the pineal gland in the sun is, and the light of the body is progenited and is lit through the snake. Okay? Through the Naga snakes. That's how you raise your kundalini, your energy. And that's the 1 is the sun. Now NE, if you go look at the Saturn squared, which is Saturn, is the black sun, the cube. Okay? In the middle it says ENE. And then on one corner it's a 6 and a 9, because that's what this whole vortex technology, arc technology is based around energy. ENE means energy. This says ONE. So but that O, go look at the Green Lantern shirt. This is 1934, y'all. Go look at the Green Lantern shirt. That's why it's called Green Lantern. Okay? That's why the character's name is Green Lantern. Go look at his shirt. You're going to see this O on there. See the O and the O? And the NE means energy. Everything evolves around energy. Okay? If I'm losing you right now and you think I'm just jumping all over the place, I'm just going along as I see. You'll get it. If you pay attention, you'll get it. This is 1935. Roosevelt, see, right? After the Depression, the UFOs came and the aliens came to Roosevelt and told him, "Hey, listen to me, and we'll keep y'all the treasurers of the project." See, it says treasurer down there. White people ain't nothing but treasurers. They're just workers for the aliens. Treasurers. Okay? They don't own shit. This dollar is the same dollar you used from 1935, New World Order of 1935, New World Order. Okay? Not no Illuminati, fake shit, whatever they talk, all that shit is fake. This is the real shit. I knew. See, I knew up the top. See this right here? I knew IT, the New World Order on the bottom, and you see that I knew with the eye up there, then landing on top of the pyramid. Okay, with the 13 layers. This is their project. This is their shit. That's why they put the snake right here. The snake's tail, the serpent, look like the serpent, don't it? Same thing they had on the dollar before that. So you got to really understand who project and who really runs this shit, man. It's not the white man. And my man don't own shit. This nigga's just a worker. They just workers, man. So see the web? See these dollars? How they did it? See how it looks like a web? That's the worldwide cosmic web. That's the star networks and stuff like that. You think I'm bullshitting? See this dollar? This is 1935, right? What does that look like right there to you? They always tell me in the future. They always show me shit in the future. That's a cassette tape. See how it looks? That's a cassette tape. Cassette tapes didn't come out until 1982. So they showing you some shit right here. Back when Reagan them was in. What did Reagan have? Reagan tried to go against the aliens and create that Star Wars shit where they were trying to shoot down the UFO. They been shooting them down, but by the time the 80s came, late 70s, 80s, they figured out that the aliens run this shit. There's some niggas on spaceships who control, this is their shit, and the white man ain't nothing but a hoe. So they want to overthrow this shit and try to create some fake, oh, this is our shit, Illuminati, we created this shit in 1776. Them niggas is lying. They all fake lying motherfuckers. This is the alien shit. You see what I'm saying? And built this shit up. That's why as soon as, not the 1935, check this out. As soon as this came out, within a few years, I guess they made a deal, within a few years, all of a sudden the Roswell shit happened. After that, within the same 10 years, plastics came out. Processed food, processed cheese, Velveeta shit. In the 40s, motherfucking IBM came out. The television, all of a sudden, like 15 years later, the television came out. Radar came out. All these technologies came. And everything on television back in the 60s and 70s, was in the 80s, was all about space. Space this, space that. Everything was space. So they letting you know all of a sudden everything was all of a sudden space. By the time the 80s came, they had to overthrow it with Reagan them and say, you know what, we're gonna act like this is our project and we created this shit. And we gotta overshadow the aliens. That's the only thing they can do is overshadow the aliens and discredit the niggas and act like they own that the white man owns shit. But as you can see, we're still using the same dollars today, so evidently this shit is still controlled by you know who. Okay, here goes some pesos from Mexico. I got a gang of money. I got so much money, man, from all over the world because I study this shit. Now, these were old coins. All these coins were old. They looked like this at one time. Just grimy and old. Some of them was real grimy, and I had them polished. Supposedly, in the industry, they say you're not supposed to polish them and lose the value, but I don't give a fuck. I want to see what's on these motherfuckers. I got some shit, 200-year-old coins up in here. And I've seen some shit. I found out some shit up in here, man. You know what I mean? I've seen some shit. Now, here's a Mexico right here. Peso. This motherfucker got a spaceship on the motherfucker. That's a UFO. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You think I'm bullshitting. I cleaned one up. It's a UFO landing on the fucking pyramid in Mexico. Look at this shit. See that UFO? I'm trying to zoom. I'm trying to focus. That's a UFO landing on the pyramid in Mexico. Okay. 1966. All the Mexican money got the UFOs on them. And they say Liber or Lay or whatever they got on there. This is a UFO. So they've been knowing about this shit. Now what I believe is that these motherfuckers had a deal. The UFOs came. They want the gold. And they want these body parts. So what they do, these white motherfuckers and Mexicans, these Europeans made a deal with the UFOs to collect the gold for them, and that's the meeting place right there is in where they bring the gold to. You know, notice in 2008 all of a sudden they started collecting gold from the public. You know what I mean? And nobody know where that shit went. It went to these niggas on the UFOs. Okay. Here's another Mexican coin for Indian. So anyway, let's get back on subject. Let me get back to this. Drawing these diagrams for you, man. That was just a little side shit I wanted to point out to you to let you know that when I'm speaking on this alien shit, that y'all know that niggas is not. I'm not just making this shit up. It's right in your face, in plain sight every day. You just don't care or want to hear about it, but it's the truth. So what I figured out, we're gonna go back to sacred geometry. Okay. Tic-tac-toe. Okay. Anytime you see this, you know what that is? This is the pyramids at Giza. Okay, this is Khufu, Menkares, and Khafre. Okay. It's the three pyramids at Giza that point to who? Orion's constellation. The three kings. Orion. Supposedly in all the pantheon, supposedly heaven. Okay? The angels came down from heaven to earth. Which was archangel. Why they call arc? You see? They letting you know if it's Archangel Gabriel came from Orion. They let you know if he's an archangel from Orion, that means Orion is a fucking arc, nigga. Which means all the stars are in boxes like our sun. Okay, it's a network. Okay, now let me draw out the diagram for you. I done figured this shit out too. Here go that box, right? If you just draw another one, I think I did it like this, another pyramid, you can get another box. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is keep drawing pyramids, my nigga, and you're gonna get boxes. You see what I'm saying? And I believe that that's how in each one of these boxes are points in the middle. And that's how you get stars. See, let me do it correctly for you, because y'all motherfuckers gonna get lost. Like, what is he talking about? I don't see it. Remember, the Y is a box. If I drew this more perfectly, you'd have seen it. It's a box. It's a sun in the middle of the box. That's what our sun is. If you keep drawing pyramids, it's gonna turn into boxes. Okay? I'm just not drawing it right. That's why it's not coming out right. Then you do the Y on them, they boxes. And then the stars up in there. You just keep going and do the Y. Anyway, if I drew it right, you'd have seen it. It's stars. That's what all the stars in the sky, the constellations, all the stars are all these networks. Which is, another way is the sacred geometry shit, where they keep drawing 36 circles in this, you know what I mean? And each one of these vertex points is a star. Okay? And in the middle is a star too. That's the eye. Okay? Anyway, let's move on to the next, because this right here take me. I can explain it to you. It's more detail, but it just take longer in the video. I'll do that in another video for you. I already got videos up showing you the shit even better than this. It's just there's more things I want to get into. So we're in the Earth. What is the Earth? Is the Earth really round? Okay, that's a question. I don't think it is, but we're getting that. That goes back into the lie to how they mind control you. You know what I mean? Same thing like the Gregorian calendar. Where's this calendar at over here? The Gregorian calendar. Pope Gregory, I believe it's the 6th or the 8th. He changed the calendar. And you all living in a false world, lost on the side somewhere under a fake man-made sun. You know what I mean? Under a false of time. Because the real time got to do with the lunar calendar. That's the real shit. So anyway, basically, like I said, man, there's more to what you think this world is or where you at, and it's right in plain sight. People just don't want to open their eyes, or they don't have the eye to see, or they don't want to learn. And when they come across people like me, they want to be naive, down talk me, talk shit about me, hate on me, discredit me and all that. But I can show you, but they, most people just ain't interested. If it doesn't have to do with a dollar, they're not interested. Okay? But all this shit has to do with a dollar. Okay? It got to do with the same shit. Now, here goes the dollar. Right? If you do this, see if you make it a Star of David, if you do the upside down triangle on it, bow, 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 and then you do the Y in the middle, it's going to take you to the King's Chamber right here, which is a sarcophagus. So they letting you know that this whole money, all this whole world money system network, all has to do with building a network of sarcophaguses, man-made suns, to compute. That's what the microcosm and the macrocosm and all this got to do with the holographic universe and all this other shit. Everything is made out of carbon-12. Okay? Carbon-12 comes from, in the 666, all has to do with the melanin molecule, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Now, all things have protons and electrons in them, all cells. One is all living cells. That's why the electrons are negative and the protons are positive. In the middle of the nucleus is empty space. Okay? The empty space is what's filled with water to animate us, to make you move around. Water is multidimensional. So the shell, the shell of everything is carbon. Go Google this, go look it up. All matter here is made out of some sort of carbon. But it's made out of, they got different types of carbon. You got carbon 6, carbon 14, carbon 12, carbon 13. All this shit is made out of carbon 12 is the master carbon. From a diamond to lead, to coal, to all things, to your body parts, to all the elements. Everything got carbon in it. The carbon comes from the sun's frequency raised through the current that's pulling through this planet. Okay? Because you're really in darkness. If I turn the light off, it's going to be dark. Wherever there's no, that's because you're really in darkness. And wherever the light is not shining, when I put my hand, you're going to see a shadow. Why? Because we're really in darkness. The light is just shining on top of the dark temporarily wherever you at. You know what I mean? But you're really in darkness. Okay? And the reason the day shines here is through the gases here that's emitting, letting the light penetrate, shine through. Because as soon as you go outside the sphere in the earth, or you go up there, it's pitch black. You only see the sun as a small dot, a star. So this creation is made up. I'm trying to master this shit because I'm trying to figure out how in the fuck can I get better and have better and do bigger things here, as far as not just be on the bottom of society. I want to be able to hop on airplanes and go places. I want to be able to have money, be able to go on, have a date, somebody to, you know what I mean? I want to be able to do shit. Right now, no matter what I do, I'm not getting it. Because motherfuckers just hating on me. It's a war against me. Maybe that's in my mind. Because you better face whatever's in your mind. But we mastering the mind too. Because all this is mind over matter. The great cosmic mind. In triple darkness of space. And in light. You take all the rays of light. Put them in a prism and watch, see it break up. It's like a rainbow. It's different frequencies. Each color represents a different frequency of that light. You mix all them colors together, it turns back to black. Go to the 25th dynasty, Egypt. You got Ramses and Seti. Seti the first son name was Ramses. Seti means of Set. Set 9. I is 9. 9 is this world. Everything is here is 9. Set, Soot, it means triple black. It's the blackness. It's that under that shadow is what we're in. So it's of Seti means of Set, of black. His son was Ramses, means of Ra. Okay? So blackness came out of light, came out of darkness, and then darkness back to light. Okay, because his son after that, Ramses' son, he named his son Say the Second or whatever. Then Say the Second named his son Ramses the Third, and you know what I mean. So it kept going. They telling you, they showing you, it comes out of blackness, dark and light, and that's where you get this chessboard, this secret society shit. When you're gonna get this chess, you know what I'm saying, board, black and white. Okay? Oh, I did it wrong right here, but you get that black and white. Okay? That's what all that shit got to do with. And then if you play, everything's a fucking game out here. Everybody want to play the chess game. Nobody's real. Everything out here is to try to get you for your shit or to try to downplay you. So, again, you know, we all here in hell. And we need to put the fire, somehow figure out how to get up, put the fire out. Because this shit is getting out of fucking control. Now, as far as the mathematics, man, I'm deep into this shit, man. Deep into this shit. I'm not going to give too much knowledge out, too much mathematics out. This is just some little side. This is whatever, nigga. I got some real motherfucking knowledge. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get my own fucking bang. We're gonna get back to we're gonna talk back about this shit though, about this geometry shit. So last time I was talking about the 16th dynasty who came from Taurus, the guys from Taurus constellation that came here, extraterrestrials who set this whole system up. Okay, the story of Moses is Moses was a Canaanite, right? From the tribe of Canaan. And he had ended up somehow in Egypt. He said the tribe Canaan was his peoples, but he was in Egypt and he had learned from the pharaohs. And it's something about the ark. He took an ark, or I think it was the information and the knowledge of the body parts, the God bodies of the body parts to create the man-made sons. It was the knowledge that he had brought back across the water from Israel, from Egypt. Okay? Now, anybody you hear of Egypt, the white people revere, the Europeans revere, it's always 18th dynasty people. 18th dynasty. Now, remember I said the Hyksos were invader Anunnaki niggas from the 16th dynasty, which means they had to have set up the 17th and 18th dynasty, which means the 18th dynasty was the Hyksos progeny. This is the Hyksos kings of the 18th dynasty. Who's in the 18th dynasty? Akhenaten. Is Akhet. His name is Akhet. Go Google what Akhet is. Akhet. Heru Aten. Or Akhet in Aten. The Atom. Aten. That means 1 in 10, or 10. 1 in the cycle of itself, which is 9. The 0 means 9. The Akhet means the horizon, the sun on the horizon. So Akhenaten was Tutmosis the fourth. Tutmosis the fourth changed his name to Akhenaten. Okay, and then he worshipped the Aten the 1 and 10, which is the arcs. Okay? Then you got King Solomon. So remember, the Amen priesthood is the hidden sun. The hidden sun is probably this man-made arcs. Solomon, and they had to build his temple, rebuild his temple. It was called Soleb, S-O-L-E-B. Remember, Sol means sun. Solomon, Sol means sun. Sun, the hidden sun. Okay, when you pray, all religions, when they pray, Christian and all the book religions, all got to do with the ark. Noah's ark, Moses' ark. And when they finish praying, who do they pray to? You say Amen at the end of each prayer. That's the hidden sun. Amen means hidden. Okay? The Amen priesthood. Go do your research. These 18 dynasty. King David Solomon is King David's grandson, or vice versa. David. I forgot which Pharaoh David was, his real name, but it's the same thing. Now, Soleb might be the temple of Solomon that they're trying to rebuild, that they had to rebuild in Israel. I believe it's the Dome of the Rock. The rock at the mount of, excuse my handwriting. Right now I really can't write. I got way better writing than this, but right now I don't give a fuck. Deal with it, because I'm teaching you something. You know what I mean? Don't worry about my handwriting. Just listen to what I'm saying. The Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. The Dome of the Rock. Supposedly, that's where it's the big wall where all them Jewish people be praying to the wall. Supposedly, it's an ark inside under the Dome of the Rock. Okay? And that's what everybody's soul, or the frequency of everybody, mankind that these Anunnaki niggas created in Canaan, the different races, they're all on the frequency of this ark. Okay? And they got a dome they built over in 800 AD by some sultan, built the gold dome on top of it, on top of the rock that houses, here's the rock, here's the ark, here's the dome. Okay? In 2011, a UFO, I think it was 2011, came down. It's on YouTube. Came down to the Dome of the Rock and then took off. You seen a spark? It was down there for about a minute and a half. I guess he pulled all the souls up from the ark, and then it just took off into space. You think I'm bullshitting? Go, it's on YouTube. Go look at this shit. The UFO at the Dome of the Rock. All right, so it's known. I got evidence, and it's known that the sun is in a box. We're in the box with the sun. It's man-made. We're all just parasites, but a lot of stuff and everything is microcosm. It keeps incarnating down in, creating worlds within worlds. But it's computed. It needs energy. What does a computer need? It needs energy and magnetism. A computer is back and forth interfacing with two different opposite things, creating a new thought. That's what computers do. So we're just microprocessing for bigger worlds down here. And then we have smaller ones than us. So I think the small started trying to overtake the larger because the smaller is faster. And that's what we're living in now. So we have all these cell phones, computers, Wi-Fi everywhere. They got all these Robotoid fake-ass clone people walking around here. And you got all these devices and frequencies that's controlling people's brains. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because they don't have no pineal gland. They don't have a pineal gland. Most of these people out here, these different race people that these Anunnaki niggas created, don't have a pineal gland. The pineal gland is the light. It's original sun. The light of the body, to house the body, the temple. To house the temple, which is the body. The temple of the body is the light of the body is the pineal gland. Okay? And that's why all the Buddha statues got the pineal gland, and you'll see them meditating, Indian style meditating with the third eye, pineal gland. The pineal gland is called the third eye. Now, this is carved in stone all over the world, the ancient world. From South America all the way through the Far East. India, China, Afghanistan, Persia. You're going to see this in Egypt, Greece. You're going to see this same knowledge carved in stone all over the world. So this got to be the real knowledge. I don't go by cartoons and shit. I go by what's carved in stone and what's on metal. Not these fake ass pictures and frescoes these Europeans be painting, trying to make it look like it was them, putting white faces on black people's names. It's just like every king in the whole... Well, we're going to do that for... I'll tell you that part in part 3. We're going to cut this one. We're going to go do a part 3 right now. And we're going to tell you the story about how these Europeans and these Nazi white supremacist groups and stuff like that took over within the past 150 years, which is lies, and they try to take our history and put it to them. So I'm going to holler back. This is part 2. See you in a minute.